PQ Canvas provides a cloud-based system for power quality data analysis, storage, and real-time display of recorders in the field. Browser, tablet, and cell phone-friendly interfaces allow for graph and report generation, live readings, email and SMS alerts, and recorded data management. When you first log into PQ Canvas, you'll be greeted by the PQ Canvas Help Center. On this page, you can find the Getting Started section, catered towards new users, the Frequently Asked Questions, and some tutorials for the devices, recordings, and the graphs tabs down here at the very bottom, as well as a glossary of some PQ terms and definitions. We'll start by clicking on the Devices folder down here at the very bottom. It's the one with the little symbol that looks like a little plug. And then from here, you can actually see the list of your devices, including that GPS seeker right here at the very top that I'll be using for this example. And once you've clicked on that, you can view the overview, some live data, some graphs, recordings, reports. You can set your alert thresholds. You can perform some actions on the unit, and then just get a little more information about the unit, as well as change some settings. The first one we'll be talking about is going to be the live data. And then from there, I can either view the live waveform or the live meter display, which I'll go to the meter and show you guys what that looks like. The live meter will give you the RMS voltage, current, real power, reactive power, apparent power, phase angle, power factor, and displacement power factor. And that's going to be for channels 1, 2, and 3. And there will be a channel 4 if you're using a channel 4. And then the live waveform will just show you a live waveform. From the live waveform, you can actually view some harmonic graphs, you can view your vector angles, and also see kind of a similar meter display by just clicking these buttons here at the top. There's also the overview, which will give you kind of a quick overview of the last 4 hours of the unit. And you can go back in time by changing the time span down here at the very bottom. You can go last 24 hours, last 30 days, month to date, year to date, or you can set a custom range in there if you want to. All right, next we'll be talking about the recording button on the far left here. And once I've clicked on that, I can either view the recording list to see all my recordings, or I can go to new recording and actually initialize this unit to do a new recording remotely. And once I click on that, I'll be talking about the very top one here, the most recent. It'll open up a file kind of like the header report, where I can view like some daily profiles, some histograms, the waveform capture, or any of these interval graphs. Just by clicking on these hyperlinks, I can open up the graph for those. First off, we'll talk about the waveform capture, and I'll pick the more severe of the two there. So this is what a waveform looks like once PQ Canvas has recorded it. It's going to be about 9 cycles long by default, but seekers have what we call GPS waveforms. So if I click the little kind of a lightning bolt symbol here at the bottom, I can actually click the search button after that, and I can pick one of the waveforms that came along with it, which I'll pick the middle one from that list. And that's going to overlay a waveform on top of the waveform that was already there. And I can actually click and drag and zoom in and see a little more detail on that if I want to. So this is going to provide microsecond level accuracy for each data point in the waveform. And it's going to give you a high resolution kind of synchronous overlay for you to look at all your waveforms for any GPS enabled device in your account. And I can close that out by just clicking on the X at the very top here. And I can get back to just that recording. I'll close that recording out and the list of recordings and hit back. We can also set up the alert thresholds. I'll click on that. Right now they're disabled, but all you have to do is put in a value there and you can actually turn those on. So this is where you would set your low, your high, and your high for voltage, for current. And if you click on the very little bottom kind of a gear symbol down here, and if I click on the bell icon at the very top here, called notifications, I can actually edit or view a list that already exists, or I can create a new one by clicking the little plus here. So I'll just create a new one, and I'll just name this test. And I can just click on test and actually pick that GPS seeker. And you do have to click the update button at the bottom down here for that to take effect. I can pick myself in that list, and that's where I can go through and set what alerts I want. So my voltage low, low, voltage high, high. Each of these alerts I can set. There's also various events I can turn on. And once you click them again, just hit the update button at the bottom there. And this was meant just to be an example of some of the features in PQ Canvas. If you need guidance or if you want more clarification on any of those, you can always call in. Our tech support team is available 24/7 for tech support calls. And as always, just let us know if you need anything. The number is 1-800-296-4120. Thank you.